You go.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey. The
How you
intro be
ladies
knocking.
doing? Right? So it's like as soon as the song come, I'm like, I'm ready to get ratchet. I can't help it.
So it does what it needs to do. It gets
Beat
you
set
in
bent
the
over
mood.
like, How's everyone doing?
Yay! How everybody missed you guys.
I know. How was Mother's Day?
Good. It was really
Yeah.
nice.
Fantastic. I was doing what mothers do, taking care of everybody, taking care of everybody else. But it's okay. That's cool. So how's everyone's week been?
Good.
Been good. Full of graduation. So
Oh yeah, I have one on Tuesday. My
Yeah.
youngest is done. Ba-na-bum-ba-na.
Blow your trumpet.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's just, days and weeks seem so long, but years seem so short.
right.
It's just amazing. And I'm sure you guys can understand this. I am so grateful. And as I get older, learn to be so grateful for the little things, for the little achievements. Baby steps are still steps towards progress, right? Because Lord knows, I remember them days. I was like, when is this boy gonna be out of diapers? When are you gonna eat by himself? I can't wait till he can take a shower by himself. Now the boy shower by himself, eat all my food by himself.
Right.
So I am very blessed to have had the experience of being a mother. So it's awesome. I said that like he's dead, right? But I'm just saying like in general. So how was your week, guys? Besides full of graduations, positive?
It was good. It was a good week. I must say, I'm at the end of a birthday. My birthday was last week, so I was
Yep.
kind of like in that mode, and I've been in that mode, and it's like I'm just in that energy of like, yes, I'm feeling myself a little bit more than I used to. And it's like it's a good thing. I had a really good, like my family took me out for my birthday dinner, Mother's Day thing. It was really good. We had a nice time. My son is freaking amazing. He is dope as hell. Like that's my buddy right there. But it's wonderful when your child can drive you out of state and you don't got to worry about drinking because you can, because
your DD, he was your DD.
It was a really, really nice weekend. And then I had a short work week this week because I had some other stuff that I had to take care of. So I've been kind of like, when I go back to work on Monday, I always say I feel bad for the people when I go back to work on Monday because I'm still like on vacation mode, kind of, sort of, but they'll be all right.
And look, next Monday is a holiday. So
yes.
So listen, girl, let it ride. Let's keep going, right?
It's gonna be June. Before we know, it'll be July. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the time is just moving.
It is.
That's what I said. The days and the weeks seem long, but the years
like that.
Short. Well, so today, wait, before I say that, shout out to the Pleasure Plug.
Yeah.
She's out there doing her hustle, so she couldn't make it with us today. We want to give her a shout out. We feel you in spirit. So
we miss you though.
We definitely miss you. So we can't wait to see you on our next episode. So our topic today is feeling sexy, looking sexy, and being sexy, right? And as women, we are held to a standard quite often in our lives to, look a certain way, feel a certain way. So, hey, tell me, what's sexy to you? I'll start with Miss. Really, you had to scratch your whole head, Miss?
Yes, I do.
Sexy to you?
It's like, let me think about that.
Well, I do have to think about it a little bit because I feel as though sexy has definitely evolved in my opinion. Like the way I thought sexy used to be is not necessarily what I feel sexy is now. And again, that has to do with the fact that I've matured, right? So when you're younger, you feel sexy is, a physical thing, right?
Yep. Yes.
How you
Yes.
looking? What you wearing? You know, that thing. Now I feel as though sexy is all about energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are times when, you know, you may not be looking the way you think you should, you know, looking all, you know, spiffed up or whatever, but you still that chick, right?
Yeah.
You
Right.
still, but you still
Yeah.
got that you still giving that shit, you know what I'm saying? You still giving that la la la, you know? So
What? What's the sound? What's the sound?
shit look at me. You know, still giving that. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all all know what I'm talking about. Like everybody, audience knows what I'm
I was
talking
like,
about.
I gotta make sure I hear that sound in it.
Audience knows what I'm talking about. We all know what I'm talking about. It's like it's that thing that, you know, it's like sometimes you could have a person just walk into a room, a woman just walk into the room, and she's not doing anything, not saying anything, just being who she is, and
Mm-hmm.
she is drawing you in.
Yes.
That is, to me, that is that sexy thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Claire Huxtable, you know, that thing, that thing you can't necessarily put your finger on, but
Mm-hmm.
you know it's sexy. And what's sexy, obviously, to a woman may not necessarily be sexy to a man, but I know for a good
Absolutely.
goddamn right. But I know for a fact that, you know, when you see that chick walk in the room, you're like, oh, okay.
Who
Right.
is that?
Right,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
That thing. That's what I find, and I definitely define. It's that thing that's almost undefinable
Mm-hmm.
that makes a person or a woman, you know, a woman to me sexy.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What about you, Royal?
I'm going to piggyback off miscommunication. I was going to say sexy is a vibe, which is what exactly miscommunication said about energy. Um, and again, I'm piggybacking, so I'm not going to stay on this long. So that way I'm not repeating everything miscommunication said, because she said it perfectly. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when we don't feel like we are being sexy, but our vibe or our energy is present, we might think we look like a dog. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you will have a sister come upon you, and I say sister humanistically, right?
Yeah.
You may have
Mhm.
a sister come upon you, and they'll be like, "Girl, I like your hair," or "Girl, you look cute today,"
Yes.
and you looking and you thinking to yourself, "There you go. I thought I looked like a mud duck." You know what I'm saying? But
Wow.
but you know, but I so agree with everything miscommunication said. She said it perfectly.
I believe that sex is a mentality.
Mm,
That kind of pours out. And I say that because I feel like when we were younger, and not us, but just figurative
yeah.
we thought we can duplicate someone else's sexy, right? So we saw something, I'm gonna wear that outfit. We, you know, someone had a certain scent, I'm gonna wear that scent, and thought we could be sexy. But
Mm,
the problem is we didn't carry it a certain way, so it doesn't last. I think now sexy is like this times I'm in the mirror in the morning, I'm like, yes, girl.
right.
Right,
Just like
right.
they see I squint in my eyes and everything. Yes,
Yes, yes.
because I feel that, I feel it, or and it motivates the way I walk, it motivates the way I talk, and it also motivates me to pour into other women that I see. Because when I'm feeling good, I don't care what, girl, you look good. Oh my God, look at that. Turn around, let me see, right? No, because I know I'm not subtracting anything from me. So I think for me, with time, I realized that sexy is a mentality. Now, when I was younger, I'd be like, let me get these cheese up, get that little line right there, and let me show my leg. 'Cause I got them legs, and then I was like, but if I'm feeling like, what was the word that you said?
What a mud duck.
Like a mud duck. It's hard for me to carry that, right? So I'm walking around in sexy attire, but
But
with a
not
mud
feeling
duck.
sexy.
Yeah. And so everybody get an attitude, and it just destroys everything. So I'm with y'all. So I know we struggle with sexiness too, right? Sometimes you wake up and you're like, I just don't like the way I look, whatever it happens. Do you feel that there is a boundary or a box that sexy sits in, like an age or a size, or do you feel that? Do you feel like sexy is limited? That's the word I'm looking for.
Mm-mm. Only thing I was
Ooh, she said, mm.
no, because I know somebody's gonna come at me, but it's okay. I still love you. So I think that you got to know when you dress sexy,
Mm-hmm.
you got to know what really works for you. And,
Yes.
and I know right now I'm tipping on the body image element of things. That's why I know some people are gonna be like, Royal, girl, you so wrong.
But yet you so right. Go ahead
But
though.
but I just feel like sometimes when we come out in our sexiness,
Yep.
dress wise, we really need to make sure that our sexy is complementary to us.
Yes.
Because as you just as you just said earlier, you're thinking or feeling like you're a mud duck, but somebody might compliment you. But I with that same thought process, sometimes when we thinking we're sexy, you really look like a mud duck. And ain't nobody told you that you look like a mud duck, but you walking real confident because you thinking you sexy,
Yeah.
but your attire really isn't complimenting or bringing
It's not
out that,
uplifting,
it's
right?
not bringing out that sexiness that you thinking is bringing. That's I'm gonna
Okay.
say. Go
So
ahead.
let me
Go
say
ahead,
this because
miscommunication.
I feel as okay. This is a young lady. I don't know her name, and I wish that I could remember her name right now.
Uh-huh.
She's on Instagram, TikTok, all in places, right?
Okay.
She's a big she's a big dark skin. I mean, I'm big. I'm not talking about like big. She is
She
stomach,
BBW. She's a
the
BBW.
whole thing. And this
Yeah.
girl will be like, but the way the way she carries herself,
It's sexy.
she has convinced. She convinced herself. She convinced me, and many others that stomach out like that, and them, everything. She said, "Listen, your fupa is going to fupa. My arms are going to jiggle. It does not matter." She said, "Baby girl, this body is out there in these streets, and y'all gonna love it. And if you don't love it, that's okay. Turn around, don't look at it." And for some strange reason, it's not what she has on, it's the confidence that she carries with it that makes her absolutely stunning, hands down, period. And I understand what you're saying because, yes, I probably would not put that on if my body was like that. But here's the thing, she sells the garments, she sells the sexy, she sells
Right.
it. Now, again, I know there used to be a time when, you know, a woman had to be, a size whatever, 6'5", whatever the hell, whatever
Yeah.
that is.
A small size.
I ain't never been that, and I'm not
Mhm.
saying it isn't. And you know what? You could be that, and that's great. I have a friend who, me and her exact, we're the same age, and she got 4 kids, and she still is a size 0. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? She still could throw on
Yeah.
a size 0, right? But meanwhile,
Right.
back at the ranch, you know what I'm saying? I've always been a thicker girl, and you know what? It hasn't been until
Right.
absolutely, like when I tell you recently that I've decided no matter what size I am that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Period, point blank, and that's it. Now, you could argue with me if you want to. I don't give a
If
shit.
you don't want
I
to.
don't care because I know I'm in that zone right now. I'm in the
Right.
zone of listen. I'm feeling it, and it's feeling yourself, smelling yourself, whatever you want to call it. So I feel as though age is not a thing, right? So we can say
No.
that because at the end of the day, if I feel like this when I'm in my 90s, guess who's gonna still be a sexy bitch? Now I don't know if I'm going to, and I hope I do. I hope I do, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. But at the end of the day, and I don't care what size I am. At the end of the day, if I feel it,
Right.
it's okay for you not to feel it. It's not necessarily for you to feel it at this point.
Yeah.
But I do know what you're saying because not just because they make it in your size doesn't mean that you should wear it. That
And
kind
and I'm not even coming from the standpoint like because some women that are BBW are simply gorgeous. They
all the
truly
way,
carry their sexy.
all the way.
What I'm saying is some of these women that use their appearance, their attire, as a means of building their confidence because they don't have that confidence.
Well, could
So
it be
you
that
understand?
because people think sexy automatically means affable?
But that goes into this facade that I'm wearing. I'm trying to epitomize the sexy, but inside their self confidence
Mm-hmm.
isn't there. So you putting this on so that you could come across as effable.
Yes. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Because
it's,
that's
and
what
it
I
has
think
nothing
with
to
it.
do with. That's why I said it. I'm not even coming from a standpoint of, a true body image as far as a BBW woman versus a skinny woman. Like, I ain't even. I'm just saying,
In general.
in general, if you got it, you got it. But some women use their attire as their means of trying to drive the sexy, and their self-confidence is garbage.
Well,
Yeah.
some people think that some
You
Garbage.
see
people
what
think
I'm
that
saying?
showing more skin gives you that sexy, right? You see women who are covered from neck to toe
Yeah.
Baby,
And I was
and
about to say, you might go
still
into the church, and
still
see some
giving
people.
it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I feel like
absolutely.
yeah, I'm gonna say it in a way, but I'm really not trying to be funny. So, sexy to me is like having indigestion, right? It starts. Listen to what I'm saying. You
Okay,
got
I'm listening. This
just
finna be
listen
good.
to what I'm saying. I be seeing things in my head. All right,
All right, let's go.
when you got indigestion, you fart, right?
Uh-huh.
It comes from inside and it affects everybody else. It's the same thing. It has to come from. It's like a fart. It's your fart, but you're the one that's the motivating. For everybody. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I'm
Nope,
dead.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
But seriously, all jokes aside,
I got it. You leave your aroma.
you lit. Thank you. Oh my, see, this is why you the doctor.
Got you.
Not the aroma being left behind
Yeah, the
everywhere you
aroma is just
go.
lingering.
Anyway, so we talked about is
Smell it. Smell it. Go ahead,
Terrible.
girl. I'm sorry. Go
we
ahead.
talked about sexy not having an age limit.
Yeah.
So
No, that's not. Mm-mm.
look at what I found here.
Yes.
Go
Look at Miss
ahead,
Martha
Martha.
Stewart. At 81 years old, Martha
Go
is the
ahead, Martha.
first woman of her age, the oldest woman to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Go
Yes.
ahead. That right there. This picture right here is sexy.
I love this picture. And can't nobody tell Martha nothing.
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 You can't tell her anything. I mean, here are a few other people that we would categorize as sexy. So we got Scarlett Johansson,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
right? I think this is wonderful. This dress is, nothing's really hanging out. She got a little cleavage, looking classy.
Yep.
You got
Yes.
Zendaya.
Come on through with the pretty, pretty, pretty. Just
We got
yes.
Meg the Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yes.
got Sophia. I cannot remember her last name.
Bagara.
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 Okay,
Yes.
okay.
That's our boo.
We
Yes.
got
Coco
Yes.
Coco
Jones.
Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And we got, I think her name is
Priyanka.
Priyanka. Well, now she's Jonas, right?
Yes, Priyanka. We could say Jonas, but yes.
Priyanka Jonas.
Yes.
Now, I think all of them are sexy, but definitely something about Priyanka. Like, her look is just so, like,
Mm-hmm.
like
And even though we didn't have pictures, I would also put Angela Bassett in this.
Yes.
I would also put Loretta Devine, and
Yes.
I'm bringing those particular women out because, again, to what we were just talking about BBW versus the skinny chick. I'm gonna be in my Monique moment right now, talking about these skinny bees. Everybody don't have to be skinny. Loretta Devine is simply gorgeous.
You know who else is really, really like sexy on some next level for me?
Who?
Jill Scott.
yeah.
Jill Scott?
Baby, she is like some old bay on some shrimp.
What?
Okay.
Some hot sauce on your grits. Like
That's what I'm talking about.
Everything. That lady right there, and it's like, again, it's the unapologeticness of just carrying that energy when she goes. She's so damn sexy. It don't even make no damn sense to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, if I meet a guy and I'm like, oh, well, who do you find? And he says Jill Scott, I'm like, you goddamn right.
Absolutely. And to your point, miscommunication, even when she talks, She's like, let me explain something to you. And
Yes.
I'm like, I'm watching your lips because I
Yes.
need to.
It's like she doesn't even, like she's seducing in a way that is so
Yes, ma'am.
authentic. And like when she's like, she was telling somebody a story, she was like, when I meet him, when I'm with a man, if you could tell me what to do, you could tell me what to do, but if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do. I was like, ah, yes, come
Yes.
through, Jilly from Philly. That
I
girl,
remember that.
but it's
Yes,
that thing. It's like she got that boom cat, like that thing that's like a ooh yeah, you know.
absolutely.
Uh-uh.
Y'all
Got these people
silly.
losing it. I'm trying to tell you though, but it's true. Yeah, where's
Yes,
Jill Scott? She's someplace.
She's someplace. We're gonna find it. We're gonna see her before
Yes, so where are the thick girls? The thick girls
yes,
are right. We all
absolutely,
here. We here.
So, what are some
absolutely.
things that make you feel sexy, doctor? Wow, you
Honestly,
got real quiet. Like,
no, because it's gonna come across conceited. I'm gonna hit a Remy
no,
Ma
come
moment. I'm not being
on.
conceited, but I'm just saying I am sexy, and I'm even more sexy when I truly put some makeup on. I put this popper on just for y'all, so that I don't, But when I put some makeup on, and I do mean light makeup because I don't do all that caked on stuff. Um, and I throw my bustier on because I got these jugs, and I'm doing me, and you'll know when I'm really feeling sexy because I put that extra dip in them hips. So when I walk, I want you to know what's going on right up in here.
Okay, okay.
So that's me and my sexy. I carry sexy everywhere, every day.
Nice. What about
Yes.
you?
Well, I
Um,
just well, for my birthday I did a boudoir shoot,
Go ahead,
and
girl. Was
yeah,
it not the
man, it
best?
was it was it was one
it's
of
so good.
it was good. It was really it came out really nice. It's like it was there are okay, so there are like the what's this thing called again? They're the ones everybody saw was the stills, right? So everybody, saw the stills, but they were actual like videos, right? So in the videos, when I watched back the videos, I was like, that is a brand new character. I have unlocked her. She's not going back inside the house. She's
Yes.
out here. That's it, done, finished. But the funny thing is, I always said, oh, I want to do this boudoir shoot, for myself and everything like that. And once I did it, man, I suggest everybody. In fact,
At least once.
Black Pearl is the one who actually inspired me because I saw she did a boudoir shoot and I
Hmm.
saw the pictures and I was like, well, damn, okay, because that's not a person that you carry with you every day, right?
It's not.
But here's the thing. I've officially decided to carry this one with me
Exactly.
because it just it felt absolutely, it just felt
Fantastic.
so good
Right.
to be in that moment and in that spot and in that place, and it was just, I was comfortable and I was like, yes, this is it. Now, like I said, I don't care if I got the roles and the whatever. I did not care. I was feeling myself, and therefore sexy I was.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, before I answer the same question, because I asked y'all, right? So let's get some of these out here.
Yeah.
So we said
Yes.
Lorenzo.
Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful. Yes,
We
sister.
said Angela
Yes.
Bassett,
Yes.
Just regal and beautiful all the time. Come on, no. Jilly from
Jilly
Philly.
from Philly.
Jilly.
Um.
Yes.
So yeah. So back to what you said. Yes, those boudoir pictures, honey. If you haven't, I recommend you do.
Please.
I
I
agree.
think it will bring another. Because here's the thing, right? So you're doing it, and you're like tapping in on a place that for some of us, as we get older, has not been out for a while, right?
Right.
I mean, I'm sure you guys do it for your husband. What it's just not quite the same. You are
Nah.
no one's mother in that moment. You are no
Nope.
one's
Mm-mm.
husband,
Mm-mm.
best friend. You are not the welcoming committee at church. You are you, comfortable in
Mm-mm.
your skin, realizing that the skin that you're in is yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rolls, lines, all of that.
Right.
And it's beautiful. You are beautifully
Yes.
you, right? You are perfectly imperfect. And in that moment, that it just doesn't. It just
And
doesn't.
that's the thing. I think that's what the Martha thing did, right?
Yep.
So at 81, when you have an idea of 81, right? Not a whole pass for Jill. My God. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to start nothing, but okay.
Yeah, Jill bad now. Everybody is with Jill right now. I'm trying to tell
Okay.
you.
I'm just letting I'm just reminding y'all. But anyway, no, but when I feel as though that's the whole thing with Martha, right? So at that, it's the stigma of being a certain age and not supposed to be sexy, right? And it's
Right.
like one does not equate another, because at the end of the day, when you say, oh, someone's sexy and they're older, you don't think about 81. But at the
You
same
even think of
token,
71. What do you
listen,
mean?
think about it. Eartha Kitt was sexy as hell, right?
Yes, thank you.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I forgot about her. Right.
What's this? What's the I don't know. She's still alive. What's her
Which one,
name?
baby?
Damn it.
Diane.
Cecily Tyson back in the day when she was just being Cecily Tyson.
Yes.
Oh, that's just like Diane Carroll.
Diane Carroll was sexy as hell.
Yep.
Period. As an older woman or not.
Lena
Felicia
Horne.
Rashad, beautiful, sexy.
Yep.
Like,
So
you
it's the way you carry yourself. I think
is.
so.
It's the way you
The
carry
thing that
yourself.
makes me feel, there's a variety of things that make me feel sexy. You know, I have definitely taught myself that I need to tap into myself. But some of my sexiest moments are things that started with me. Like
Okay.
I was like felt good, and okay, I'm gonna be transparent. There was this guy, you know. Every time he looked at me, I was like, "Is he looking at me?" Right? He wouldn't say anything, and miscommunication. Know what I'm talking about? He would look at me like I was magic. Like I would walk into the room, and he's just from the door to wherever I'm going. You know, it was just such like if I woke up with 10% sexy, he catapult me to 100 in a second. Just he would his eyes would follow me across the room. When I was talking, it's almost like he's watching my lips go. He just really, and it's something about that look. And so now I'm being honest. When I get dressed, I dress not from him per se, because he's not around anymore, but I dress for that look. I don't know. I just, even if I'm giving myself the look, but the way he looked at me, I'd had other people say, I want him to look at me like that. Mm-hmm. Like literally have people saying that. Yes. We went somewhere together and they're like, oh, I want whatever he giving her, like that, you know, as a joke. And so for me, it sounds simple, but that look, dude, I need to capture that look in go to his house and be like, give me that look real quick. Let me take a picture and put it up on my mirror. You know, like that for me it's not the purpose for him per se, right? But that look is not replaceable. That look is like, I'm making you look, you know, it was just I don't know how to explain it. It was just
I get it.
I had one of those before where, like, I mean, I would literally look over and I'm like, what's going on? And it's like you said, like I'm a unicorn, or I'm, like you said, magic. You know, it's who is
that's Balo.
Yo,
Balo.
The show is the experience. It is the experience. Not the Jill Scott, damn it. Yeah. I don't even know why
I was saying he would like to experience.
Yeah, I understand. I get that. This Jill Scott thing is not a game for you, huh? Okay.
It's okay. We like the honesty.
Yes.
Well, go ahead. So you had someone who looked.
Yeah, I had somebody who used to look at me like that, and it's like I understand exactly what you mean, and it was affection.
I call it love.
It was like I want to take your clothes. I want to take all your clothes off. Like, but y'all know, you listen.
Yeah, but the clothes don't even have to come off.
They don't. No, put it to the side. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is when somebody when somebody looks at you like that, it kind of like puts a battery in your back.
Yes,
it puts a battery in your back, right? And it's like, but see, here's the thing for me, like you said, it's the fact that I've actually done that to someone, and someone that, someone looked at me like that. So it's a I don't know if one of confirmation, validation that that's who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So anything else after that doesn't matter, right? So it's a confirmation that yes, you are, yes. And so now yes, you know what I'm saying? It's a thing.
I'm just saying, it's for me, and I think we could all agree, I don't need the look,
right?
But when the look was present, I was at 100. I'm talking about the strap. Listen, I even remember one time I was like, okay, go hang out, blah, blah, blah. I knocked on the door, boom, that person opened the door. It was like a old school, movie, like The Wood or something. It just kind of the door opened, boom, and then the eyeballs were like, hello. Just brought the giddy out of me. So yeah. Shout out for the look without the name. Shout out for the look.
Shout out to the look. Yes.
Shout out to the look. I live
wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Y'all crazy.
Thanks.
I still live for the look, even though I don't see you. No.
Still live for the look.
I still do. Yes.
So what would you ladies recommend for someone who may
of
not?
Course, Baylo would ask me some shit. The answer is no. Honestly. No. It wasn't for the smack. Now I'm sure
if given the opportunity though.
So look, just for you, Baylo, sorry. If given the opportunity, I would have been Jill Scott on the microphone.
Yeah, so crazy. Look at her face.
I hope I answered your question.
Look at her face. She is so serious right now.
And the look is officially updated wherever you are.
Y'all look crazy.
We can move on now.
FYI.
So crazy. But I was going to ask, like, for a young lady, for a young lady who may not carry their sexy or has some apprehension about what to do to make themselves feel sexy. Because for example, I was listening to you right then, Pearl, and immediately, don't ask me why, but immediately I could see walking. Oh God, that is so good.
Listen, I was talking about farts, so whatever you say.
No, I was thinking about the whole coming to visit someone, even if it's your spouse, okay? Mm-hmm. And you just, you go out, get undressed in your car, throw on that trench coat, and then come back to the house real quick. And so you ring the doorbell like you were a Uber Eats person. You understand what I'm saying? And then when the man or female, whomever, opens the door, and they be like, yes, can I help you? And you be like, yeah, I brought you something to eat.
Hey,
what?
Figuratively and literally.
And then you just bam at the door. Yeah. So where I'm going with this is like just thinking out of the box in a fun, creative way to help our young ladies that are watching this show. So,
well, it's not always about sex,
like, what suggestions would y'all have for, someone that may not own their sexy or know how to tap into their sexy? Like, seriously.
I can answer that first, unless you want to go first, Miscommunication.
No, because I don't know how someone else can unlock their sexy.
Yeah.
I don't know how someone else can unlock their sexy. I unlocked mine. I can only tell you what I did for my own. You know,
sexy, like many other things that we look externally for, is an internal thing, right? Mm-hmm. I find that being confident as a woman is like a trigger for a man. Like, damn, she act like she the shit. Why though? Let me find out. I want to find out more about her, right? Mm-hmm. And I think, unfortunately, when we're younger, because the word sex is in sexy, we automatically think that's what it has to be. Right. Like, we need to be this walking pornography. Sometimes it's the mystery of who you are. Why are you so confident? Why is she walking around like her shit don't stink? Things like that make a man.
Maya said gold mines between my thighs. But go ahead with your story.
So that being the case, okay, like for example, since you brought up Maya, something that I admired about Maya Angelou is on first sight of her, no one's gonna go, oh my gosh, she's the sexiest person. But once you started seeing how she carried herself and she started having that conversation with you, it's just like the poem of Phenomenal Woman, right? It's the move of my hips and all that other stuff.
Yes.
I think part of being sexy is knowing who you are.
Absolutely.
Period. Knowing who you are, understanding that you do not have to be like anyone else. Because a lot of people out there, and us when we got younger, were trying to emulate someone else.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what's funny though? You know what's
Uh-huh.
funny, Erica? Pearl, when you think about it, I can go back and think about like what okay, like take for instance, we grew up in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So the stamp was different, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was like, you got your video vixens, you got whatever, but
Ooh, yeah.
then you had these like it was about being a pretty girl, right? So you didn't have to have this body, yada yada yada. It
Adi,
was
adi,
more
adi.
it was more about just like just I mean, if you really go back and look at the old videos and stuff like that, there was a certain kind of thing, and these girls were considered to be beautiful, sexy, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and they were more I want to say natural in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't about like perfect example.
It didn't expire.
A perfect example, Aaliyah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Aaliyah didn't have a titty or an ass to talk about, but she had this thing.
Yeah,
It was
she
that
owned herself.
it was that thing that she had, that like that thing that was so sexy in that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was a 90s thing, and then as time went on, when it was like, all right, well, it's about the body shape, right?
Yeah.
Then it turned into something completely different. I feel as though women, a woman who's in her, in her early stages of womanhood, I think that if you're listening even a little bit, once you learn yourself, the sexy is there. You know
Well,
what
I
I'm saying?
think the reason
Absolutely.
why things like that work is because
Absolutely.
there is a belief, in my opinion, there's a belief that sexy and sex have to go hand in hand.
Right.
The problem is, here I'm saying, because a person wants to sleep with you doesn't mean that you're sexy.
Right.
It
They're
means
separate.
that
Yeah.
it's a different thing. And so what happens is we confuse the two, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh, she's sexy, she's sexy, she's sexy. Then I do what? I have sex with her, and then she opens her mouth. Or
Mm.
we try to have something deeper than what was visually stimulating for me, and now I'm turned off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean to sound misogynistic, even though I'm a woman. And now you want to do things sexually to her for her to never open her mouth. You know what I mean? Because you're like, we have nothing in common, or that's all we have is that moment of what looks and what, right? And the
Right.
reality is, sexy is skin deep. It is skin deep. It is the way you carry yourself. You know what's sexy? A woman that uplifts her man. That's sexy. What
Yeah.
that knows what her man wants before he says anything. Just like the other way around. What's sexy about a man? A man who knows your love language and operates in it. You know what I mean? Like, dang, she does all this stuff by herself, but I'm gonna make sure she doesn't have to.
Right.
I promise you, not only would your woman submit, she gonna be sexy for real for you. You know what I mean? So those are the things like,
Right.
and it's not as you get older, it's what makes it last. And I think
Right.
the other problem is being sexy has nothing to do with being single or married. When
Right.
you've been in a relationship for years, you need to be sexy for your man or your woman too. You know what I mean? Like those, like you said, that knock on the door needs to be, oh, I'm pretending I'm Uber Eats or something.
Right.
I don't use my key, or something that my ex-husband, look, pulling my stuff out. My ex-husband used to like is, like I dress up in your work clothes. I'm like, hey.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You gotta think outside of the box and just own, like you ladies have already said, just own yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like truly. Like what somebody say?
Balo. That's all I can say.
He
That's
said,
all
I
I can
speak
say.
69 languages, all of them. He speak them all. Okay. Boy, you a fool. A whole natural fool.
Awful.
So
But it's just, but there are challenges with being sexy, right? So
yeah.
you have post baby challenges, like you don't feel the same about your body anymore. Minus Kiki. Kiki feel all them sexiness about her body after Kiki Palmer,
As she should.
as she should. But
As she should.
But let me tell y'all something. Now, Kiki, Kiki Palmer, that
mm-hmm.
is feeling all of that. But
Oh,
she has always just she has always embodied who she is. Like she is who she is. Unapologetically, period, right? Now my other Kiki, who I love so much,
Kiki Shepherd, right? That's what.
Wyatt. No
Why?
ma'am.
Sorry.
My other Kiki, on the other hand, I thought she was good with who she is. And I'm not Kiki, I don't know you, baby. I don't. But I really hate that she felt like she needed to augment herself.
Did she augment herself?
Oh, baby, you got to see it. You got to see it. That didn't look like that before. I needed Kiki to have left herself right alone because baby, you had it. You you are beautiful in and of
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Your body was pow pow in and of itself. You carried your sexy. I don't know, maybe because you're getting older, because as we get older, we feel like we need to start making some changes and making some things uplift and rise up and sometimes just leave well enough alone. And she went somewhere and had some stuff done to her bottom, and it did not need
Yeah,
to
it's
be
like
bothered with.
pointy now, right?
Baby, it's a hot mess. It's ugly,
Well,
and I don't like it
can we be?
because she was beautiful.
We could be real, right? So we're always being real. It's not easy in a world like the world we live in now to always feel like what you see in the mirror is beautiful, right? So
I know.
we see a lot of curvy people, we see big behinds. I've been very honest on the show. I do not have a big behind, and it took me a while to be comfortable with that, right? Because I was in a family, most of my cousins are like
Yeah.
small with a big booty, little, right? They got that body, and then the other side that's really thick, and I'm in the middle, just swinging my legs, doing my thing.
Yeah.
And it took, I'm being real, it took me a while. Now I could joke about it. It is what it is. I got a little booty, but it got big booty vibes.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I think everyone that looks good doesn't feel good. That's
Right.
the other thing, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
showing pictures of people who think they're sexy, they may not feel like that. Right now, you have like what? Every time someone says Beyonce, they're like, oh, she's one of the most beautiful people in the world. If she really believed that, would she be having these undercover surgical procedures that we can tell she's having? No, So I think for me, because the original question was, how do we own that? It takes practice.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. You don't just wake up and you feel sexy.
Right.
Because what happens is if you're saying, oh, I feel sexy because these 5 guys are always looking at me, what happens when the guys stop looking? Or what
Right.
happened when the guys stop talking?
Right.
Because it does happen, and it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with being ugly or cute. It happens. Or what happens when you get married? There's just the
Right.
one guy,
Right.
or a woman that's telling you that. It really starts yourself. It's really owning it, and
Yeah.
that's what it was. It's like, okay, Erica, okay, Pearl, Erica,
You
whatever,
fine.
my
Yeah.
name, whatever, Pearl. I had to go, whatever. I had to tell myself, do you like what you see in the mirror?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm gonna be real. I have like a big mirror. I come out my closet. I got my chi-chis up, and I look at myself. I look at the belly. I look at the thighs. I look at the legs. I look at the
Mm-hmm.
breasts. They are a part of what makes me who I am.
Yeah.
And if a man, because I haven't met one, meets me and finds out about all of this and what he's worried about is my fupa, you're just not the man for me. That's it. That's it. And that alone fuels my sexy, right?
Yeah.
The fact that I can build sisterhoods like how we have here on the
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
and go out there and speak wisdom and do
Yeah.
that whole thing.
Yeah.
And because I know I can make the right person feels sexy too. Those are the things that I hold, I practice, I
Absolutely.
maintain. You know what I mean? Because a man, there are plenty for all of us of men that want to sleep with me. That doesn't make me feel sexy. You know what I mean? That makes me feel effable, right?
Right.
But the man that wants to treat me right, the man that's like, you know what, I'm giving up all this BS right here because this sister, y'all see who I got right here? Now that's a sexy that's not replaceable. That's a
Right.
sexy you ain't gonna find on BET. That's a sexy you ain't gonna find in the theaters. That's a sexy that I own and I got a lock on it, and I wish you would try to duplicate it because you can't.
Right.
That's the sexy that after 15, 16, and 20 years of marriage makes
Right.
a woman want to come home to her husband and get dressed and see how he look at her when she come down the steps. That type of sexy, nah. You
And,
have to practice that.
and,
Period.
and I'm going, Pearl, if I can just piggyback, because I'm listening to you, and I'm like, yeah, you're absolutely right. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to have a transparent moment. When I look at myself in the mirror, I like many aspects of myself,
Mm-hmm.
but I do not. After I had my children, um, my skin, I don't know if it has something to do with albinism. I don't know, but my skin, I don't know, but my skin does not have the elasticity that it used to. So after I had my kids, I had the little wrinkly skin thingy that perturbs me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I, and then as I'm going through menopause,
Yeah.
menopause makes your fupa do some stuff.
Oh no.
Understood.
It
It's
does. It makes your
fupa
fupa
gonna
do some
fupa.
stuff.
I got you.
But um, I'm
Excuse
I'm I'm glad that I've been able to maintain um my weight, and people really don't even know how much I really weigh because I look lighter than what I really am because I
We all
carry it.
like
Yeah, because I carry it in certain places. It's like, oh, okay. But I wanted and I had planned to have lipo.
me. Mm-hmm.
Um, and it was crazy because when I went in to have the procedure done, the doctor came in after she looked over my stuff and she said, Miss Gray, I'm sorry, but I honestly, I ethically can't do this.
Oh wow.
And she explained to me why.
Mm-hmm.
And based on her why, I was like, okay. And she looked at me like I had, again, like a unicorn. And she was like, you took it so well. I said, baby, let me explain something to you. I said, at my age, listen, if I could get it, cool. You're telling me it's really not in my best interest right now for these reasons. I, I said, sweetheart, at this point, I don't give a, I don't.
Well.
I said, I want it because, and she was like, you would be an excellent candidate. She said, Lord knows, like, baby, I could have you snatched, packed, and right.
Mm-hmm.
She said, because you still got because I used to work out a lot. So I still have my frame of an athlete. So you can still see the imprint of where my six pack used to be. The
Mm-hmm.
frame is still there. It's just
Yeah.
not pronounced.
Yep.
And she was like, she said, baby, she said, God knows you would be the perfect candidate. She said, girl, if I could do it for you. She said, but I just ethically, I can't. She said, now, if you want to go somewhere else, I can give you some recommendations, but it's up to you. I said, no, I said, I'm good. And she left out, and the nurse left out with her. And when the nurse came back, she said, Miss Gray, she said, the doctor said she feels so bad. And I told her, I said, tell Dr. Blah, blah, blah. I said, tell her, I said, if she don't get her whole life together, because I'm good over here. Like she had went and like she was emotional. Like she was truly upset that she couldn't do this procedure.
Mm-hmm.
And from the standpoint of there have been women who've come into this particular business to have these procedures done and will argue her down. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to do this now, period.
Mm-hmm.
I said, baby, let me explain something to you. My life, is worth so much more than this cosmetic surgery. I said, I'll keep working on it. Because I think because some things I can control, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
there's some things I really can do to like help some things fall back into place. But as far as it being flat and smooth like a Leo, it ain't gonna never look like that no more. It's not.
And
It's
it's
not gonna be.
okay. And it's
And it's
okay.
And I say, but you
okay.
know what? It is, but it's really not for me. But I told y'all I can be
Yes.
conceited, but I'm conceited with myself, not
Yeah.
outwardly. But to your point, when you said about being with that husband or that spouse or whatever for that 20 years, when my husband sees me, he ain't worried about nothing. As a matter of fact,
I know he not, because I see when he see you.
Listen,
and that look that you just described, like I'll be like, why is you looking at me like that? And he said, no reason. Well, stop damn looking at me.
listen, my mother and father been married for 47 years, and my dad still looks at my mother like she's a snack. And let me
Yes.
tell you something. My mother, when they first got married, my mother was a size 3. She ain't a size 3 no more.
Yes,
She's a
ma'am.
big girl, and my father still looks at her
The
like she
same.
is everything in a
Well,
bag of chips. And my father's 83 years old, and he still
Look at
looks at her
that.
like that. Look at this
yeah.
thing I got going
So,
on over here.
yeah, and
So
it's
it's like
funny
there's
that
no expiration
That is
date.
so beautiful.
There's
That
no
is so
expiration
beautiful.
date, right?
so my kids they're not alive anymore, but my kids' great grandparents. I remember once, well, I called her Nana. So I
Yeah.
remember like Nana's getting dressed. We're going out, right?
Yeah.
Nana comes out the comes out the bedroom, and grandpa was like, if I knew you were gonna look like that, I would have went with y'all, And I loved it, And in that moment, I was just like, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She came out the room. It's almost like he was mad in his mind. He's like, someone gonna snatch up my woman. Like, I thought it was fantastic. And
Right.
even though she kind of looked at him like whatever, I know she was like, I still got it.
Yes,
Right.
because
Right.
you still got it.
It was really
Listen. I've been saying it, and again, like I said, the age that I hit recently has definitely given me a different mentality. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I legitimately am so in love with myself right now.
Go
yeah.
ahead,
It is
girl.
absolutely ridiculous. It's like I'm legitimately like I am in it. I'm like, yes, this is where we at right now, and it's different because again, several weeks prior to that, I wasn't feeling it, but then
Yeah.
it's like I literally, it was like a key and a lock, and it was like, okay, this is where
Mm-hmm.
we are right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, can I go and get, can I go lose weight and get all tightened up and all that? Yes, I could, but guess what? I'm okay with who I am.
Yeah.
So because I'm okay with who I am, I go to 7-Eleven in the morning, and I'm getting early in the morning, and the workers are going to go on their thing. I'm getting free coffees because
Yes.
Poppy think I'm cute. Yes,
I am. Thank you.
agree. I don't even say thank you anymore. Yes. Yep.
Well, I don't even say thank you no more.
Here's the thing about that feeling, okay? Once you are at peace with who you are,
Yeah.
and you own your truth, because that's owning your truth,
Yeah.
you will fight to maintain that peace forever. You will not let
Always.
just any nilly-willy come and take it from you.
Always.
A no is not gonna be, oh my God, something's wrong with me. A no is gonna be, you just not the right fit, bro.
That's it.
Period. So I'm telling you, now that you have it and you own it, you need to wear it and fight for it, because I'm telling you, there are gonna be days. They're gonna be the period days, the menopause days, the man I thought was the man or the woman, depending on how you flow. But that should not waver the peace you have and the acceptance that you learn to have for yourself. Because I'm telling you, it will be tested.
Oh no, and you know what? It's okay to listen. Here's the thing. There's no testimony without a test, right?
Facts.
You gotta go through some things before you can say, okay, I've been through some things. And I'm gonna tell you, all the years prior to me feeling this way, I was up, down, all sideways, crazy. I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself, and all of that. But like I said, I've seen myself with different eyes. I've seen myself with different eyes. I've seen myself in, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just it is, and it's so refreshing to be right here where I am right now.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't there before and I'm here now. And
Mm-hmm.
and again, y'all gonna have to get your, make sure your insurance is paid because y'all about to be sick of me. Because y'all about to be sick of me.
Sick of this.
Y'all, y'all about to be sick of me, and it's okay. But and it's not even so much. And the funny thing is, not even so much about being conceited, because you know what, I could do that too. But it's more about it took a long time for me to love the Lynn that I am.
There you go. Come
and
on.
now
now.
that I love her,
Yes. You wish
that's
someone
it.
would tell you not to love her.
Finished. It's like, oh, I get it now. And now that I've gotten, like, I've got the prescription for love, and been taking it, I've been taking the doses every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm okay now. Like, I feel like I'm good. Like, it's funny because it's, if you don't listen, anybody who knows me knows that, yeah. If you know me well, and if you know, yeah, I'm here
but
now.
the beauty of that is it's contagious.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to everybody. I'm giving it to everybody. I'm giving everybody doses of it, and it's gonna be okay. And like, everybody has been asking me about my what's that thing called again? About my boudoir shoot and everything like that, and asking me about his information. Yes, everybody's going. I am on a campaign that everybody in my circle needs to go do this.
Listen,
They
I tell
do.
you what
They
I told
really
you
do.
3 years ago, 4 years
Yeah, so
ago.
they can walk around feeling
What I tell
themselves
you?
all day.
Yeah.
I promise you, miscommunication came in. I said, see, look at this. She said, okay. I said, go do it, girl. Once you do it, you'll never go back to where you were before.
And look,
I leave that thing right on top of my fireplace, and I go, yes.
Exactly. Reminder. Every once in a while, you need a reminder.
because it'll
And
make
you know
you.
what?
Go
And
ahead.
you know what's
Go
even
ahead.
funnier? Because now I find myself going, like, before I used to go to the store, and I'm like, I don't want to. I am literally buying lingerie once a month because I want to wear it, and I want to, I'm here. Let's go. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Because I asked my mom recently this question before we was doing it. When, we were doing the show. Before we did the show, we always talk about it. And I asked my mom a question. I said, Mom, when's the last time you felt sexy? And she had to really think about it in her head, right? Because for some strange reason, that was never her priority. But then there's a picture of her.
Okay.
In her 20s, and it's sitting on the mantle, and she's like in a bodysuit, legs out, just sitting there.
Okay.
And I said to her, well, you were sexy there. She said, oh, that was such a long time ago. See, that's what I don't want to do.
Yeah, because we associate sexy with youth.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, when I turn 60, I'm still gonna be a hot tamale. When I turn 80, I'm gonna be a hot tamale. This is a hot tamale over here, and if you don't know that, now let me say it again.
You're a hot tamale. Go ahead, doctor. You were gonna say
no. I was just gonna say I'm gonna join the campaign of miscommunication. If you have not had a boudoir photo session, please, for the love of God, do it. Do it.
And you don't have to be naked. You don't have to do it.
It is done very tastefully.
Or not.
Oh, that's your choice. That's
whatever, right?
Well, it depends on the who you have who does your photos.
Yeah.
But it's very professional.
Tyrone.
What Tyrone say?
Yes, get one.
Tyrone, go to get one, baby.
Yeah, the tablet. Go ahead.
When you get that photo shoot done, out on God, you gonna want to post your pictures. When I had mine done, I wanted to post my pictures on Facebook for everybody and their mama to see.
Gonna see your pictures.
And my husband said, "I wish you would."
Guess what, Doc? I did. And my and the DMs was rolled.
First of all, it wasn't even the DM. There's people answering you right under.
I loved it. It was like, it's like, that's me. That's me.
Yeah. The only picture I could post on Facebook that he gave me permission to do was me laying like this with my nightgown on. It was a silk nightgown. And I was laid like this, and my hair was spread out like Beyonce, like a mermaid on the floor. Oh, baby. I was giving them. I was giving them.
You know what we
do? Flashbacks.
We should post a couple, one or two of them in the
down in the chat up underneath the shelf.
We should.
How y'all volunteering these pictures?
It's okay. Just you don't gotta think. No, seriously, because I'm telling you.
You know what? I love that miscommunication. We're gonna do, y'all. We're gonna drop one picture.
Yes.
Well, I gotta do a different one because y'all see my other picture with me like that.
It's okay. You pick
all right,
but you gotta put. I feel as though if it encourages our community,
okay,
to do it, because I'm telling you, it's a new character, darling.
Well, it's like how Beyonce has Sasha Fierce.
Yes, I have. Yes, you Black Pearl. I'm Africa Black, baby. All day, all night.
Well, here. And this is not just for single people. Trust me, husbands and stuff really do like to see that side. I mean, I'm sure they see that side when you guys are intimate, but this is a little different. It's a little different.
It's different. It's different. And you know what? It was good. It was good. Yep, thirst trapping. That's what I was doing. I was doing it.
Anyway, guys, so we reached our hour. Any parting words for the audience, Ms. Communication?
Sexy is as sexy does. Okay.
Okay, for
if you're feeling it and you owning it, it will emanate from inside, like you said, like the fart. It will come out, right? Mm-hmm. I feel as though
everyone will be able to smell
everybody be able to smell it. Okay. Listen, if you loving it and you love yourself, then just do it. Please just do it. And yes, walk around being sexy all day. It's your God-given right at this point.
Yeah. Yes. What about you, Doc?
I would say when you are creating your sexy, start at home. Get comfortable with you. And if that means you just walk around the house butterball naked. Butterball naked. Just walk around the house and just do you and begin to be comfortable with you. And then when you start wanting to dress it up, you keep that same butterball energy you have in your house and you take it out the door and let it do what it do.
Let it do what it do.
That was good. So we got Essence and Butterball.
Butterball naked.
Listen, like Melvin and Baby Boy, just out there in the streets.
This girl is wilding. Come on, Pearl. Stop.
I'm going to say that I don't even have any like Pearl-isms right now. I think that for me that the most wonderful thing that I've ever seen on the face, back, or in the hands of a woman is confidence. Knowing who she is, that is not replaceable, and no one can give that to you. You know how I was talking about the look. You can get 50 looks, but if you are not confident and you don't know who you are, those looks are temporary. Yeah. You know what I mean? So learn who you are, your inside, your outside, what makes your heart beat, what makes your soul set on fire. And that will create the essence that's like the fart that goes everywhere. That's
full circle moment.
We want to thank the Experience family for joining us. Yay! We love the comments. I love seeing your comments. Sometimes I have to try to control my face when I see some of these comments. But thank you for joining us. We have a lot of shows coming this month. So the next couple of weeks, you're going to love the Wednesday night shows and our Sunday shows. So please look out for us. Go to our Instagram. You can see it on the bottom of the screen. Go to our website at experience3.com, our YouTube at The Experience 629, our TikTok, The Experience 3, and our IG, The Experience _3, and of course, Facebook, The Experience 3. We look forward to hearing all of your feedback. We're going to drop those boudoir pictures. I know Shantae or The Pleasure Plug has one also. Mm-hmm. And we openly invite you to drop your sexy pictures too.
Please, we want to see it.
All right. We can't wait. And thank you for joining The Experience, where the experience is always fire. No, it's always good.
You smell it.
Bye, guys.